Good evening everyone, and welcome to Doves for Peace. Thank you for the sound and vision check, Brother Sean. And it's good to have so many with us tonight. I try my best to give everybody a card reading. I usually pick one card for each person. I just felt that I should say tonight, before I start, that I've been guided by the angels for about 8 or 10 years now, and I felt guided to do angel card readings. I was asked to do tarot cards, and I don't really hold with tarot cards because they give negative messages at times. And I find that the angels always give positive and good messages and good advice. So I just felt that I should share that with you tonight. So I'll just introduce myself. I'm Sister Sue from Blackpool, and I'm a member of the TAU community. I'm a Reiki master and an holistic therapist. And as I said, I've been guided by the angels for about 8 or 10 years now, probably longer actually. I've known Brother Sean for quite a long time. And I've lit a candle for global peace and interspiritual unity. If you'd like to light a candle and join us. I'd like to say a short prayer to the angels, just to ask them to be with our time together tonight and to give us messages. I just ask the angels to be with us this evening and to bless the card reading and to give us messages appropriate for each one of us tonight, and just ask the angels to help us to be open to what they're trying to say to us tonight. Amen. So I'm starting with the Archangel Michael cards, which are my favourite cards because everybody seems to get a really good appropriate message from the Archangel Michael cards. So I think we'll begin tonight, as we usually do, with a card for Brother Sean. So just clear the deck and we pick a card for Brother Sean. Now we've got this one tonight for Brother Sean, and it's take time making this decision. So if you've got a decision that you're needing to make, Brother Sean, you've got to take time in making it and don't rush into things. And it says, Archangel Michael, please help me to stay strong and relaxed as I approach this situation. Remind me to detach and step back, allowing the situation to naturally unfold. Thanking you for protecting me. So that's a lovely card tonight for Brother Sean. I'll just read the specific meanings. And there's possible specific meanings. Don't sign the contract just yet. Negotiate a better deal. Slow down the speed of a new relationship. Ask more questions before saying yes. That's a good one. You've got to look into the things before you decide, Brother Sean. Investigate your options and alternatives. Don't be pressured by other people as they're only thinking of themselves. That's a good one. That's a really good card tonight for Brother Sean. Now, I've taken a note of who's online tonight, and we have Sister Miriam from New Zealand, and I'll pick a card for Sister Miriam from New Zealand. And welcome to Elaine tonight. And also welcome to, I think Victor, Margaret and Victor are on tonight. And Lita are on tonight. And we welcome all those that are not logged in tonight as well. Because I'll pick a card for the group as well. So this is for Sister Miriam in New Zealand. And this is saying, Sister Miriam, this is saying the person you're asking about is trustworthy. And there's a little prayer and it says, thank you for helping me have faith so I can open my heart wider in my relationships. I am grateful for your protection, ensuring that only trustworthy people are in my life. So that's from Archangel Michael. The person you're the person you're asking about is trustworthy. The gorgeous cards are these. So we'll just look up the specific meanings tonight. Sorry, just bear with me for a moment while I just find it. They're not always in the right order, aren't these, I'm afraid. Oh, there it is. I found it. And the possible specific meaning for this one is your idea is valid and trustworthy. The person you've just met, will become a new romantic partner. So this is for you, Sister Miriam. Believe what this person is saying, even if you don't like what you're hearing. This individual will make a good business partner. Let go of blaming others and give anger and unforgiveness to the angels for healing. So this is for you, Sister Miriam. So it's the person you're asking about is trustworthy. So that's a good card. So if there's somebody that's come into your life that you're not quite sure about, Miriam, or you're not quite sure whether you can trust them, then the angels are saying that you can trust them. Now we'll pick one for Margaret. Now this for Margaret, this is saying, write about your thoughts and feelings. And it's saying a little prayer, it's saying, thank you for helping me tap into my God-given creativity and wisdom so I can clearly express myself and glean insight, blessing and healing. So there's possible specific meanings for this one. It's saying, this is for Margaret, this is saying, pursue creative writing as a hobby or a career. Take a writing course. Writing is a part of your divine life purpose. Learn a new language, join a writers group, submit your writing to a publisher or magazine. Now if you don't feel guided and you think it's not quite you being a writer, it might be just that you have to write your thoughts down, because sometimes it's good just to write our thoughts down and to write all the positive things that we're going through and all the negative things that we're going through, and you can usually find that you've a lot more positive in your life than you have negative. So I just felt to share that tonight. So we'll pick one for Victor as well. This is for Victor. And I should say this is for Margaret as well, because it's saying your home is protected by the angels. That's a beautiful card. Your home is protected by the angels. And that's Archangel Michael. And it's saying, Archangel Michael, thank you for watching over my home and its inhabitants. I ask that you post guardian angels at each window and door, ensuring its security. Thank you for guiding my finances so I can easily afford to pay my rent, mortgage and taxes. So if you're having any financial problems, ask the angels to help you. They're wonderful at helping with financial problems. So, and it says possible specific meanings. It says, Archangel Michael, it says, angels are watching over your home, your loved ones, your possessions as you travel. Angels helping you locate missing items. That's a good one. If you lose something, in the house, and if you ask the angels to help you find it, you will find it. I found that I've lost things and I've asked the angels to help me, and then maybe within the next 10 minutes or something, I've looked over to the other side of the room and the thing's been there what I've been looking for. Your prayers about your house have been heard and answered. A financial windfall helps you pay the rent or mortgage. Angels are guiding you to a wonderful and affordable living quarters. Trust and follow your guidance. So that's from the angels to Victor. That's for Victor, but I feel that that's for Victor and Margaret tonight. And that's a real good one for all of us tonight, that our homes are protected by the angels. Now I'd like to pick a card for Lita. Oh, now we've got the same one for Lita. Now if the same one comes out a few times, we always say that this is a group card. The same one has come out for Lita as came out for Margaret, about write out your thoughts and feelings. So maybe it's a time for us to write a journal. A spiritual journal is a good thing to write. Brother Sean's saying maybe keep a journal. It's good to write down the things that the spirits say to you, and then you can look back. Maybe you can look back a few months later, and I know I've kept journals. And I know sometimes I've wrote things down, what I felt guided by the Spirit, and then when I've read them later on, I've thought, I don't remember that. But it's really good to look back over things and how the Spirit's been guiding you and leading you, and how the angels are guiding you. So write about your thoughts and feelings. So that's one for all of us. And it's also good, when Brother Sean does the meditations, and when you do meditations, to write down any thoughts that you get as well. And we'll just say the prayer. It says, thank you for helping me tap into my God-given creativity and wisdom so I can clearly express and glean insight, blessing and healing. So I hope that's been useful, but I feel that must be one for all of us tonight, because it's come out a couple of times tonight. Now we've got Elaine with us tonight, so we'll pick one for Elaine. clear the deck. Oh, now this is a nice one for Elaine. I think you've had this one before, Elaine. But it says, your children are watched over by the angels. And we do worry about our children, don't we? And, you know, it's good to remember that the angels watch over our children. And especially Archangel Michael, if we're worried about anybody, we should ask for his protection. And it says, dear guardian angel of my children, and it says born or unborn, thank you for watching over my children and ensuring their happiness and safety. Please guide me so that I may know the best way to be a good parent or role model for my own and other people's children. So that's a good one for you tonight, Elaine. Because I know you've got a lot to do with children in your family. You've got the twins and you've got a lot to do with children. So you just ask the angels to help you with them. So we'll just see what the possible specific meanings are. And the possible specific meanings, it's saying your life purpose involves children. A healthy pregnancy and birth is ensured. An adoption will be successful. Spend time with indigo and crystal children. Take care of your inner child by playing and having fun. A child in heaven is happy and sending love. Your children are okay. Give worries about your children to God and the angels. So that's a lovely card. Now, I'm going to pick a card for the group now. There, one's jumped out there. Oh, now this is a lovely one for the group. This is for all of us tonight. And it says, positive thoughts create positive results. That's a wonderful card, is that? Positive thoughts create positive results. This is for all of us tonight. Divine love and wisdom, I call upon you now. I know that my mind and emotions are eternally and continually connected to you. I ask my higher self to be aware and conscious of the love and light that is within every person and situation. So if you have positive thoughts, then you'll get positive results. But I know I've found lately, because I've been practicing positive affirmations for a long time now, and I find that sometimes when I'm sat about doing not much, little fears and little doubts can creep into the mind, and that's the time I find now when I have to think positive, and I have to think positive affirmations. And I find that if I think positive affirmations, it turns my thoughts round, and everything starts to look different, and everything looks better if you think positive. And the possible specific meanings, it says, adapt a daily or hourly practice of saying positive affirmations. Read a book, take a class on positive affirmations. Avoid blaming yourself or others, instead focus on solutions. Rather than worrying about something, pray and practice a loving, compassionate state of mind. So that's a lovely card. Now I'm going to pick one for Eleanor and Elizabeth, because I don't know whether they're on tonight, but they were going to watch tonight, so maybe they'll watch the recording. So I'll just pick one for Eleanor and Elizabeth, and then we're going to finish with a a meditation tonight, just a short meditation. So this one's for Eleanor. And this is for Eleanor, and this is, so you know what it means, Eleanor, and it says, forgive yourself, you've done nothing wrong. Forgive yourself, you've done nothing wrong. Sometimes we don't feel that we live up to the expectations that other people have for us. And sometimes we just have to forgive ourselves, don't we? I ask that you help me let go of self-blame and forgive myself. Please guide me in releasing any toxic anger and fear towards others. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for allowing me to feel centered and at peace. So the possible specific meanings, it says, think and speak lovingly about yourself. Stop ruminating over the past. Send blessings to those you're angry with in a way of healing yourself and the situation. Know that you can't control other people's feelings or reactions. Join a support group such as Al-Anon. Well, that's rather strange, is that, because I used to be a member of Al-Anon. So, but I found just recently through the cards, forgiveness has been coming up quite a lot, and I think sometimes we do have to forgive ourselves. We can hold things against ourselves for years and years. So that's a good one for all of us. Now just pick one for Elizabeth, and then we'll pick one for Nirmala. This is for Elizabeth now. And this one is Elizabeth. Admit the truth to yourself and act accordingly. Admit the truth to yourself and act accordingly. I do find that these are very powerful and very appropriate and very direct sometimes. I appreciate your support in helping me face my feelings with grace and acceptance so that I can be lovingly honest with myself and others. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for giving me courage and strength. So we'll just look for the specific meanings. And it says possible specific meanings, I'm getting tongue-tied. It says, heal and leave an unhealthy situation. Don't compromise, face your fears. Hold loving thoughts about yourself and this situation. So that's for Elizabeth. I find with the angel cards, you give the message and you leave it up to the angels to speak to the person. And I don't know really much about you, but the angels do, and they know exactly what message you need. So now we'll pick one for Nirmala. Now this one again is saying, I don't know whether you have any children, Nirmala, but this is saying your children are watched over by the angels. So maybe this is your animals if you don't have any children, or maybe you've got adopted children and foster children, people that you look after and take care of. So it's saying, dear guardian angels of my children, born and unborn, thank you for watching over my children and ensuring their happiness and safety. Please guide me so that I know the best way to be a good parent and role model for my own and other people's children. So I know I found as well, I once gave a card reading to somebody that didn't have anything to do with children. He was a single man and he didn't have anything to do with children. And I said, well, just put it in the side of your mind and just see what the angels bring. And within a couple of months, he came back to me and he said, well, I wouldn't have believed it. He said, but I've actually got things to do with children now. He said, children have come into my life in a strange way. So that was really good. I felt the angels really working there. But I did say, I think this one is for all of us tonight as well. It's your children are being watched over by the angels. So now I'm just going to pick one more for the group. So I would say, watch out, Nirmala. You might end up having something to do with children. And this is another one for the group. It's saying your inner guidance is real and trustworthy. This is a good one. And Brother Sean's always telling us that we need to listen to our heart, and we need to listen to the voice of our heart, and that is our inner guidance. And we need to listen to our inner guidance and be guided by the Spirit. So we say, please help me clearly hear and see and feel and know the divine guidance that I have asked for. Allow me to keep my ego out of the way so your wisdom can come streaming through to me for my own benefit and for those around me. Amen. So that's your inner guidance is real and trustworthy. So that's one for the group tonight. And as I always say, if you feel that any of these cards speak to you, for those that are not logged in tonight, if you feel that any of them speak to you, then the message is for you tonight. Now I'd like to share some cards. I usually pick some extra cards just for everyone. And for the beginning of the week is steady progress. Steady progress. And it's saying, we acknowledge you for the progress you've made in remembering love in your daily activities. We can clearly see the contribution you're making to the world through your thoughts, feelings and actions. So that's the angels telling us that we're making steady progress. And then again, this one ties in with the one that I've just picked, and I don't know which ones I'm going to pick. So this one is trustworthy guidance. Trustworthy guidance. You've received a wonderful idea as an answer to your prayers. This idea is real and trustworthy. You can safely move forward with it, knowing that we are with you every step of the way. Ask for and be open to receiving our support for anything that you need related to this idea. So if you've been given an idea of something that you want to do, or something that might be coming up that you feel guided to do, then be guided by the angels and go for it. I always say cards like this are what you call go for it cards. In other words, you have to go for it. And then this one is saying, it's a good one for the end of the week, really. It's saying there's nothing to worry about. There's nothing to worry about. And it's saying you are safe and this situation is under perfect control and divine providence and universal order. Only infuse loving thoughts and emotions into the situation to ensure that the highest possible outcome flows effortlessly to and through you. So maybe that's one for you, Brother Sean, as well, and myself for health as well, that there's nothing to worry about. And I'd just like to share these cards with you before we finish now. These are from the healing cards, and one is ideas and inspiration, and it's just what we've been talking about really. That if you get any ideas and inspiration coming to you from the angels, then be guided by your intuition. So all these tie in together. And then serenity. Well, there's some peace coming to us. There's some peace coming to us this week. Maybe we'll get a little bit of peace of mind, and maybe things will resolve themselves, and we'll be able to have a bit of peace of mind and a bit of serenity this week. And maybe, as it said, there's nothing to worry about, so maybe we should just try and be at peace. And intentions, well, that's another one, which is saying that, you know, if we have positive intentions, positive things will come to us. So the lovely cards are those. And whatever our intentions are, that is what will come to pass. So we've got to be careful what we think and careful what we ask for and what we want. Make sure that we're wanting the right things. Now, if you'd like to just, please, after I'm just going to do a little short meditation now, but after I've finished, can you not rush off, because Brother Sean is going to follow me just for a short while. Now, as we're concentrating on Francis and St. Clair, I thought tonight I'd just show you, before we do the meditation, I thought I'd show you a little plaque that Elizabeth and Eleanor, well, it's come from Assisi and it went to America and then it came back to me. So they sent this to me and I thought it was a lovely one. I thought I'd show you it tonight before we do the meditation. So there's St. Francis and St. Clair. So now if you want to just relax for a few moments, and let's quieten our minds now and see if we can listen to the Spirit. I'd like you to sit quietly for a few moments and get yourself calm and centred. Let yourself release old thoughts. Be open to the right answers coming to you. Now I just want you to imagine that there's a big ball of divine white light and energy surrounding you. It can be white and golden light surrounding you. And this is your protection. Just imagine it surrounding you and your aura. Allow this divine light and energy to soak into you. And as it fills you up with divine light and energy, let it wash away any unwanted energies, purifying you and raising your vibration. Now continue until you're filled with this divine light and energy, until you just feel that that's enough and you want to carry on. Now we just call upon the angels to give us the energies to open up to new ideas and new insight and new inspiration and revelation. And I want you to just imagine a beam of light shining down from above. And imagine it washing through you, cleansing you of unwanted old thoughts and energies, preparing you and installing new thoughts and ideas and inspiration. Just notice the colour of this light. Does it change colour? Now I want you to just imagine yourself walking along a path, and up ahead you can see a garden gate. And as we're thinking of Francis tonight, St. Francis, I want you to just imagine that you're going to meet him in the garden. And you go through the gate and there's a beautiful garden. And I know when I think of a garden, I always think of Brother Sean's garden. And there's a statue of St. Francis in Brother Sean's garden. So it's easy to think of Francis when you're there. There's lovely flowers. There's chimes in the garden. There's bushes and there's a pond with a waterfall that's shining in the sun. It's a lovely sunny day and you can see a bench where you go and sit down and take a rest. It's a lovely peaceful scene and you can sense and see or feel that St. Francis is with you. Now you can either see him or feel that he's with you. If you can't see him, don't worry. Just imagine him in your imagination. And if you can't see him, just sense and feel that he's there with you. You have St. Francis on one side and Archangel Michael on the other side of you. The Archangel Michael for protection. And just sit there for a few moments and listen to what St. Francis is saying to you. And all week, while I've been thinking about this, because Brother Sean asked us to do this meditation, I've kept getting the words from St. Francis. Peace be unto you because of your faith in the Beloved. Peace be unto you because of your faith in the Beloved. Or maybe you'll get a different message. But just be open to what St. Francis has got to say to you. So just be at peace now. And just listen in the silence. And the angels and St. Francis, they will always speak messages of love and peace. Now I want you to thank the angels and St. Francis for the message. And take a deep breath. And take one last look at the scene. I want you to just get up from the bench. Say goodbye. And walk to the gate. And take one last look at the scene. You go through the gate and you close the gate behind you and you say goodbye to St. Francis and to Archangel Michael, but you know that they are always with you. And all you have to do is be still and go inside your heart and be quiet, and they're there, ready to speak to you. Now you walk back along the path to where you started from. Now you begin to come round and you feel your feet on the ground and you just sense that you're back in the room. Just open your eyes and come back to the present. And I'd just like to finish by saying the prayer of St. Francis. Lord, make me an instrument of thy peace. Where there is hatred, let me sow love. Where there is injury, pardon. Where there is doubt, faith. Where there is despair, hope. Where there is darkness, light. Where there is sadness, joy. O Divine Master, grant that I may not so much seek to be consoled as to console, to be understood as to understand, to be loved as to love. For it is in giving that we receive, it is in pardoning that we are pardoned, it is in dying that we are born to eternal life. Amen. And I'd just like to blow out the candle. And we send blessings and peace to all those troubled places in the world. And we blow love to one another tonight. Amen. So I'm going to pass you over to Brother Sean now. So I hope you'll keep watching. So just bear with me. I'll get myself together.